Hey, this is Steven Sheets with The Gathering Live, and it is my privilege to be here this afternoon with Dr. Colleen Derr. And Dr. Colleen, you did a wonderful seminar, we've heard, on the subject of the new normal for families. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, the new normal for families. The point is, when we think about families and what a family looks like, we tend to assume that everybody's family is just like what our family was, right? We all define normal by, well, of course I'm normal. It's everybody else that's not normal, right?
Mostly.
Mostly. And so when you think in terms of how do we provide ministry to families, we've got to catch a glimpse of what the new normal actually is. It's not the Leave It to Beaver. It's not even, the Urkel Family Matters or Everybody Loves Raymond image. If that's your image of what a family looks like, today you're missing at least half the population. And so if your communication, your programming, your practices, and everything that you do in the context of your ministry and your sanctuary, it's focused from the assumption that that's normal family, wow, you're really missing the boat.
Okay, but let's say most of our people in our local church congregations, our situations, think that is the normal family. How do we approach the subject of changing that form of communication to help them understand that that's not normal anymore?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's tough because we kind of live in this microcosm, right, called, the Wesleyan world.
Right.
Or the local church. And we do assume that everybody looks like us. And you mean there are people whose families don't look like us? But the reality is we're fooling ourselves because the statistics of the world about what's going on in the home, like 50% of adults aren't married. 50% of adults aren't married. Wow. So then you think in terms of, wow, all of the ways I communicate, all of the practices and programs we're setting up are from the point of view that, well, of course, if you're an adult, you're married. You're missing half your people. And there is statistically, there's no difference between people who go to church and people who live in just the world. And so family statistics are pretty much the same across the board. So half adults. Emerging adults, young adults, those that are 22 to 31 years of age, only 26% of them are married.
A quarter, wow.
A quarter of them are married. So no wonder they show up at our churches, they hang around maybe for a little bit, and then they say, nah.
Not for me.
It's not for me.
We're not marketing to them.
Right, because they can't find relationships with people who understand what their world is. I mean, for the emerging adult family, it looks like, the back in the day Friends set. Right?
Exactly.
It looks like you had this TV sitcoms, right, where everybody is just all these friends
together. Yeah.
That's their new family.
Mm-hmm.
And so we think in terms of family or, mom and dad and the kids and grandma and grandpa and maybe auntie and uncle. But for emerging adults, family are the people who do life with them, people who they can count on, people who are there for them, people who sit on their sofa, and eat Chinese takeout together.
Right.
That's their family.
Wow.
And so if we think in terms of, boy, are we truly providing ministry to everybody who's potentially in that home, in that family, I think we've got a long way to go. We've got some serious look to take at saying, okay, are we really reaching them? Are we really designing ministries for everybody?
Fantastic. Thanks, Dr. Colleen. It's a pleasure to have you here, and thank you for challenging our hearts and our denomination continually. Again, this is Steven Sheets with Dr. Colleen Derr, and we are continuing to bring you coverage of the Gathering 2015 on WesleyanEvents.com.